Good morning, everyone. This is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share some projects with you, but if you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. Trust me, it would be boring for you. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share some fall projects that I have been working on. And as you all know, I have been creating quite a few flowers here lately. And I do have another one that I created that I want to share with you. Um, but first of all, I want to share some little boxes that I've been doing. I created these little gable boxes. And I used the, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hate to move the angle like this, but y'all know this thing always gives me trouble. And I've been creating these. I created a couple of these little gable boxes, and look at how pretty they look. And I just made them out of craft cardstock, and I added a little bit of designer paper on the sides. On the front, it's actually a napkin that I decoupaged on the front right here. And then I added one of my little sentiments from those simple strips, sentiment stamps that I picked up. And I love the way they turned out. I did add a little bit of glitterific on the pumpkins. And you can't see these that well. But let me tell you, I picked up the pumpkins at, I wish I could tighten this somehow. I picked them up at Dollar General, Family Dollar. And this is what they look like right here. And they have the little truck. And what attracted me to them was the little truck. And on one side, they have the little truck. And on the other side, they have the pumpkin. The pumpkin. So this is what I added right here. So I've been kind of playing with that. And they are 2-ply, so you have to remove one of the layers from it. And then this is the other one. It didn't show up too much on this one. I thought it was pretty, but it was more dark, and you really couldn't, the image didn't stand out that much, or it didn't to me. So I decided to do it in the paper that I've been using here lately for all my projects, which is the whipped cream color. And this is what it looks like. And here's the truck. And all I did was remove one of the layers from the napkins, and I kind of just cut out the truck as best as I could. I added Mod Podge to my gable box, and then I added the napkin, and I did Mod Podge over it. I didn't have to, because it pretty much soaks in that Mod Podge and it stays put, but I kind of wanted to give it just a little protection. I cut up one of my ivy flowers from Tattered Lace, and kind of just cut it in pieces and tucked some here and there. And then here's the other side. But look at how pretty it looks right here. So, I mean, you can see the big difference between this one and the white one, where you can definitely make out the image. I added some glitterific, and for those of you who don't know what glitterific is, it's this right here. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, and you can get it on Amazon as well. So I'm going to link the one from Amazon, because that's where I have been doing a lot of my shopping, is on Amazon. So the flowers that I wanted to share with you today are these right here that are on the top of my box. On this one, I will share with you the colors that I used to color it. And I did add a little bit of glitterific on this one, and then I kind of changed my mind on it. I guess I like a more realistic flower. So that's one. And then this one, I made it a little darker. I added more green, and it doesn't show any of the whipped cream color. And I kind of like it better where it's not all green and orange. So I'm going to share with you the products that I used to create those. One of the ink pads that I used to color the center was the Spice Marmalade by Tim Holtz. And y'all remember I shared these inks that I picked up. And these are Spectrum Noir. And it's a like a 3-pack. And it's got the different shades. You can see right there where it goes from light to medium and dark. And these are for shading. And they are water reactive inks. So I love that. Once you spray it, it kind of, when I rub the color on my flower, I don't like it so much. But once I spray it with water and it kind of just absorbs into the paper and shades out, fades out, I love that look. So I have really been enjoying these three are my go-to pads for any type of foliage. Now, the die that I use to create these flowers is probably one you guys already own. A lot of us own the Graphic 45 large tag die. I'll link this in the description box. The flowers that I used is this one that comes in the tag set, and then the little one that matches. But I could have gotten the same results out of the other ones that are here because they're all basically the same shape. The only thing is that you can emboss this with your rubber mat and get some of that detail on there. But for the flower that I was creating, I didn't need the detail. But these are the ones that I use, but you can you definitely use the other ones and it will work well. So I'm going to share with you the flowers that I created and how I used them. The flowers that I created, and I created them in 2 different colors. I did use some of these little stamens that I've had from my cake decorating days, and I had these tiny little orange flower stamens, so I used those. And here are the flowers that I created. Let me get them off of this box so there's not too much going on, but I kind of wanted to share with you how I used them. So here are the flowers that I created. Look at how pretty they are. They're not a real small flower. They're a little bit bigger than an inch. They're pretty good size for scrapbooking. So here are the ones that I created. Again, I just cut out the 2 layers, and in the center of the flowers with my little finger dauber, I used the orange marmalade in the center, and then I faded out. Then I used the green, and I used the middle color, the medium color, and added some green to it, being careful not to go all the way to the end because I did want to be able to see some of the white color that was in the flower. Let me bring you in a little bit so you can get a better look at it. So that's what I did here, and then here are the little flower stamens, and in the back I did glue. I cut them off short and I glued them down in the back so they wouldn't come off. But I love the way these flowers came out. And then I decided to do a couple of pink ones to see what they would look like. On these I did the green in the center, and then the very edges I did the pink that I shared. Again, it's the Sponge Sugar by Tim Holtz. And the centers, the flower stamens that I used are the Rose Gold by Sarah Davies, who is a Crafter's Companion. She had a collection that was called Rose Gold, and these were the flower stamens from there. And look at how pretty they look. On these I did add the what is it called, that pen, that you use on here, a Wink of Stella pen, to give it that dewy look. So I did use that there, and I love the way these came out. Now I want to share with you how I use these. And I already shared this box with you guys, but I decided to add some flowers to it. These little leaves that are here in the corner are also dies that were included in the tag set. And I just kind of punched them out because I am going to gift these flowers, or if I decide to gift them or use them, I already have some foliage cut out for it because I do pre-cut things now that my friend Jackie, who is Metalark001, got me started on that. She sent me a bunch of die cuts, so I created a notebook to save all my, and I do have them in sections, like the flowers in one, Christmas in another, fall in another, so insects in another. So I can go ahead and just put the pre-cut die cuts in my notebook, or I can just make a little package and put the flowers in and put them away in my embellishment or my flower tin. And I have shared that before, but I wanted to share with you how I use the flowers. My friend Jackie had created this box for me, And she had sent me a bunch of die cuts and card kits and stuff like that. So everything that she put in here was flat. So, and it was filled to the top. So she didn't have to worry that it was gonna get crushed in the mail or anything because it was so full. But because I'm doing dimensional flowers and I didn't want to waste her box, I think I did share that I altered her box by adding chipboard pieces to the sides and to the bottom and then covering it up with paper, and here you see the little fox peeking out. I used the ivy from Tattered Lace, and then here is the way I use those flowers, and look at how beautiful they look on this little ivy piece right here. I think they look gorgeous there. So that is what I did with the flowers, but of course we can embellish cards, we can embellish treat boxes, we can use them in any of our projects, but I think they look so pretty. And on these I did add also the wink of Stella, so they're very, very dewy. Let me bring you in a little bit more so you can get a really, really good look at how pretty those flowers are. But I love the end result. And like I said, you guys, a bunch of you already have this tag set, and you probably, like me, I had never even used these guys, and I've had that tag set for a while. And when I decided to use them, and again, I usually, after I ink my flowers, I will mist them with water. And I do use bottled water. I don't use like tap water from the sink. I use the bottled water to do that. And I will give them shape with a ball tool and a soft a spongy mat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope that this inspires you to go ahead and take that tag set out and use the flower dies that are in there, because Graphic 45 dies are made very, very well, and you can use them for a very long time to come, and they do make beautiful flowers. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.